So,
Hey,
hello, how
Kyle.
are you?
Long time no see.
I am Kyle Sullivan. I'm listed as the director of the short film Garden of the Gods. It's not the case. I was just a dude on set. Everyone
That's
else did all
not
the hard
true.
work.
That's not true. You, Katie, and Josh did a tremendous job getting this thing pre-produced. You knew what you wanted on the day. You directed the extras. You gave them little bits and pieces to work with. That's
Actually,
not true. No, don't give it to me. You
directed the extras, man. I saw all that.
I just
back and
kind of
forth you did.
manipulated them. You directed them. You gave them little pieces to think of.
Oh shucks.
And you directed
so
the
I-
actors Marley and Daniel very well.
So we're here with Randy Mongo Halpern, a veteran of, I guess. I mean,
You saying
they've
I'm
been
old?
all over.
You say I'm old?
Does veteran mean old? Does it mean experience?
In my case, it does, yeah.
You've been working for quite a while. How long have you been in
Going
this
on
industry?
40 years next year. Not including this year. I may have to skip a year because of this year with COVID.
Well, COVID doesn't count.
Yeah, but it's been about 39 years
Wow.
in production, yeah.
So what was the, I guess the first project that you did? I mean, how'd you get started in this business 39 years ago?
Oh, wow. Actually, I took an internship course at a Just State Junior College. And there was a teacher there that used to work for Channel 6, had a production class, and they had an internship. So I got an internship. Originally, I was going to go and be a meteorologist. This can be a long story, sorry. Anyway, at that time, two of the anchors at one news station in Birmingham moved to the other competitive news station at that time. So the weather guy, who was just new into town, freaked out and said, "I can't have an intern. I can't teach anything. I'm all rattled about these guys. You're gone. A whole new anchor crew and all this." And I said, "Well, if anything, you need help. They would need help now," but he didn't buy it. And so a nice lady that I used to work with a long time ago when I was a kid and in commercials, so she suggested a little production company in town called Air Mobile Productions, and I went and met with them. And my first gig was they had what they call is a 2-inch machine that recorded everything. Everything on tape was 2 inches to go to the TV stations. So that's how they played their programming, played commercials, played half-hour programs and things like that. So my job was to watch a 2-inch machine. If it did anything, I didn't know what to do with it, but my job was to watch it.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
Yeah, I mean, they had to come in and hit record play, and they had to come in and stop it. I didn't know how. For the first time. Once I saw them hit record play and then stop, I knew how to do those two. So I was learning the first minute.
So you've probably done a whole bunch of different kinds of jobs in production, but I know you as a grip primarily.
That's been most of my career is grip. I've been in camera on films, first AC, second AC. The only thing I haven't really done, and I have actually don't have any credit for it, but I have actually done it a few times, is operator camera. That's about the only thing I haven't done. I'm lighting guy, grip guy, dolly work. I've not really done a lot of art department, but I've worked in art departments. And
I mean, you know the set inside and out, which made you like a completely perfect fit for AD because like you kept the train running on time.
I appreciate that. That's what the whole idea is. You get an AD that can really slow you down, or you get like Bill, who will Bill doesn't really need an AD. He is that guy himself. He is that AD himself. He will make the train run just no problem. But also takes
between
away
the two
from
of you,
him.
we made all of our days. Like you guys are just like, no, come on, let's go. What are you doing?
Yeah, no chit chatting. It was not late nights, and we didn't want to go all night. So, I know that we had times that we were talking about getting home about 3:00 in the morning, and I was glad that we finished like about midnight or one night like at 11. So I was proud of that, getting the train running. But again, I give you and Katie and Josh all the credit because you knew exactly what you wanted. You knew exactly where you wanted it to happen. And Bill knew that and knew how he wanted to shoot it. And you guys worked just beautifully with that. So, I mean, it was a very well-oiled production, very well-oiled. It did great.
It did. We got lucky. I mean, we hired as many of the best people as we could, obviously, but we had some weather issues, Mr. Weatherman. We had some rain and stuff like that, and but we still, you guys really pushed it, and we made it early on a couple of days, and like that's the best kind of shooting you can do, and nobody was angry with each other, which is great.
Yeah, it was that was really good. I mean, it really worked for a lot of people who hadn't worked together before, and some people were brand new, but they knew what to do. They did hard work. They were ready to work, long nights on a weekend. And you really gathered together a bunch of great people. I mean, they really turned out to work a really good job. I mean, I was sorry it was ending because it was a fun group.
Yeah, and we've been obviously thinking about it. We just rehired the same people for a feature. I wouldn't bat an eyelash about that.
That would be great. I think that would be great. I might go back into grip on that one though.
I was going to ask, so was that your first time ADing? That can't be true.
Yeah, it was pretty much the first time that I'm credited for as the first AD. Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to do something different. I'm getting a little older in the tooth, and I need to think about not hurting myself like a set can do when you're a grip and a lighting person. So I needed to start looking into things like doing something different. And this was an opportunity to do it not only with you, but if I made some mistakes, no offense, but it wouldn't have been catastrophe,
Yeah, short film, perfect spot to really kind of stretch out and play jazz a little bit. And, but you didn't. I mean, like you were exceptional, and like I think that I think you could probably do that all the time now if you wanted to. Like you certainly know the set well enough. I don't think you'd have any. I don't think you'd be grasping at straws or anything.
I don't either. And there's something coming up that I'm actually thinking about occasionally jumping into that spot. That's a production. And if it actually happens, it keeps getting postponed. But I've talked to them. They say, hey, if you want to try something different, be our guest, which is tremendous. I like that.
Well, I think you have a future in this business, sir.
Did I finally pass the audition? Is that what? Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm trying.
No, man, I think everyone on set would say the same thing. It was a marvelous thing, and you had eyes everywhere. And
that's Chad and a bunch of other people. I got to get names out there in a second here, but that was Chad, and he was all over the place, man. He was running ragged, running crazy, and just loved that.
He was even in the shot. He was running around so much. Yeah. It was great.
Well, that was the other thing.
Sorry, Chad.
The party scene was a little intimidating for me. I mean, I tried not to show it, but that was like, okay. What am I supposed to do with these people?
So what was the worst bit about that? Was it the extras?
No, they were great. The extras were great. I mean, it was cold. It was Saturday night. It was late. They came in with great attitudes. Some of them said they could stay to 3 a.m. So we get the biggest shots first and then pare it down to the smaller background. And it just worked out tremendous. These people were all in. They knew where to be. Go into their first marks, and then when we get later on the scene, they knew where they had to be from that point on. It was like you hired professional extras. I mean,
they were very generous.
They were tremendous. And they were so eager to help and work, and it was great.
It was so cold too. I wouldn't blame them for walking off. No, they
some
really
of them
made
were not dressed very thick. No coats and dresses, and I just felt sorry for them, trying to get them to go by the heater and by the fire as much as possible.
What was the most challenging bit about the party scene? That was our day 2, I believe.
Yeah, it was. Originally, it was going to be day 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying to remember now. This was, it was
I think
5 months
we
ago.
talked about moving it around because of rain, and maybe we didn't end up needing to do that or something. No, I don't think we did.
No, it wasn't going to be like the biggest rain day was Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we weren't going to do the party scene on Sunday. So, all right. So it did move around for something. And the challenge there was just remembering not to put, for me, it's not to put somebody that's in one shot of an actor and going in through the background, and then the shot of the other actor going through the same background in a different way, going into a different background, a different way in the same shot, because that really will mess up your editor. You don't want to.
So background continuity was
continuity is something. Yeah, it's so if you let it just kind of go chaotic, it actually works out for you. You said you saw me. I'm like waving at people, and I'm come here. You go over there, no, go around. You know,
you can hear you whispering, "Come on," in the background of some of the audience.
No,
like,
sorry about that.
No. You didn't step on any lines or anything. It's just like, oh wow, I didn't realize until after I'd seen some of the footage how much actual work you were putting into moving those extras around, and it looks gorgeous. Like all those shots look completely natural. It looks like a much bigger party than what it was.
Well, that's Bill and Steve right there. That's Steve Ashley, your lighting guy, and Bill Schweiker, your DP man. That's why it looks so good. And that with what Jen did, you know, with the lights and you know, putting all that up, it just. I had hoped that it would work like that, so it wouldn't be too much adding of lights, and it wasn't. But there was every extension cord that anybody anywhere had was used.
But it looked great, man. All those lights, they look fantastic.
That's great. That's great. How's it going on the editing?
The Eddie the editor is still putting together the rough cut or the radio cut. So he's like a week away from seeing at least one scene cut up.
Oh, cool.
So it's coming along. So was the party scene your favorite day? Did you have a favorite day, like a shoot day? Was it the basement? Was it the car stuff on day one?
Well, the first day was actually one of my favorite days, but then the second day was too. It was just getting into the production. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed getting into the production. I had fun with it. You know, everybody was ready to go. We would shoot scenes, gather up, move up the street, shoot some more scenes. And I had fun that day. You know, it just went by fast for me. I mean, because when I'm having fun, the day goes much faster.
Yeah.
But the party scene was fun. But there was a lot of work before when the sun was up. You know, there was a lot of work setting up, getting the lights up, hung up in the trees and all that, and then do. So I did get to grip this a little bit. But Sean, your key grip, he was great. Sean was great with John Richards and Colin, and Chad jumping in with the grips and the electrics. It was tremendous. It was a great crew.
Yeah, great crew, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd hire them in a heartbeat. So let me ask you a question about the two basement scenes we did. And I guess about what the biggest challenge was there. I mean, it was a really tight space. Sure, that was challenging. But what was the most intimidating bit about being in that space, working with actual cinder block? What did you think about all that?
That was a lot to make sure that we didn't get too many people in the way, because it was hard to move people in and out if too many people are in there. Of course, it was raining outside, so there's not a lot of places for people to be. They got to be on set. So it was a small place, but we fit in people in certain areas, and they knew, okay, as long as we leave a way to get in and out, you know, for the actors, excuse me. For the actors to come in and, like, I would say, okay, well, they're going to take 30 minutes to put this portion of the wall up. So I'll call you when they come back. And the guy put the wall up in 2 minutes. And I'm like, guys, come back already. So I really think that the people in the works really did a great job, you know, with the makeup, wardrobe, and casting and everything. It's just they held on to them, made sure they were comfortable, and had them ready at any time. I gave them like a 30-minute warning. Oops, sorry, that's no 30-minute warning. Now, need them now, please. So they were ready. They had them all ready all the time. But that scene in there,
Steven was crazy with the cinder blocks. Like he was really excited, but he moved really quickly, and he dismantled the wall in like an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, we were still putting stuff away, taking stuff out of the blaze, and the whole wall was already gone. I thought it was going to be the rest of the night.
Yeah. So it all came together like really well. Like for me, like that scene should have completely failed because of all the technical challenges.
There were a lot. I mean, a small space, plus the roof, not much of a roof line, putting lighting in there, getting it to look good, also getting it to be consistent. Like I said, you know, Steve and they just did a great job doing that. The wall and the actors, man, they used that space, and they played with it, and I mean, I just remember this one shot being in the corner as he's already up like this, and just the yelling match at each other.
Oh my gosh. It was so visceral, man.
It was.
Oh my gosh. And it plays just as well in the footage. It's gonna. I didn't put any of that in the trailer, but when people see it, the hairs are gonna go up on their arms. It's gonna electrify them. We're like, oh my god, it was 110% on the performances, and man, it's gonna be such a nice little film.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yeah.
And I wish there was someplace local where we could show it.
I think the coronavirus thing is really putting a damper on things. So who knows when the world's going to return to normal or when film festivals are going to be normal. I don't know.
No, yeah, it's still going to be a while. Even after things calm down, it's still going to be a while before anybody is able to get back to a normal. It's still going to take time. And that's a shame. But it's all right. It gives you time to get this one done, start working on the next one.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're laying the groundwork for another one, a bigger one. I was going to ask, relating to the production, well, I guess it escapes me. Another question I've been asking everyone has been, I wanted to ask you, what film you've logged the most time with? Not necessarily your favorite one, but like, which one have you technically seen the most?
Boy, I kind of am a repeat guy. I kind of watch things over and over. I would say, for some reason, The Fifth Element, every time it comes on TV, like TNT or TBS or something like that, I watch it. Now, if it was like a TV series, Stargate SG-1. I try not to. If I'm not watching it, I'm recording it.
Stargate and The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element's really great.
It is. I like the music in it and the pacing of it. And, it's really good. I mean, I like it. It's quirky. I like it.
No, I like it. Yeah, I love the film. It's, was it Luc Besson? Is that his name?
Yeah, Luc Besson. Yeah.
Maybe that's his best film?
I think it could be. I know I can't remember what other one he's done. I did know what other films he's done, but I can't remember it now.
That's probably a sign.
No, not for me. I don't go see movies in theaters. I mean, I haven't. All I do is spend money to pick them apart. Oh, boom, shadow. Oh, that lighting didn't match the other scene. All I do is critique it. I don't ever watch a damn movie. I just critique it.
It gives me an idea for a skit. You go to the movies with a grip.
That's good.
When theaters open back up, we'll try that one.
Very good.
Well, I thank you, sir, for taking the time to answer a few questions. And
I don't get a capital? All right, I'm going to give you a capital.
Okay.
What's the capital of Greenland?
It's not Reykjavik. That's Iceland.
No, that's Iceland.
Wait, hold on. Does it begin with a D?
No.
All right. I've completely blown this one up. What is it?
Nook.
Nook?
Nook,
Greenland? I should have known that. I know a dog named Nook.
No, that's Nanook.
Nook, Greenland. Well, that's my fault.
I'm right. I'm over right. Hey, I Google searched it. That's what it gave me.
I deserve that because I've been asking everyone all these terrible questions. And it's my fault. Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. This has been fun. Let's do another one. Let's do it soon.
We should. More movies. More production.
Hell yeah. I'm for that. All right. Now I'm going to go get a haircut and a beard trim. Have fun.